it's another Friday and you're welcome Life Stories. I hope your week has been cool. I hope your week has been okay. Mine has been very funny. I've had running battles with my bank this week and I don't know. It's just been one interesting week, but we still thank God. We're moving on, we're pushing on. I hope you're good and you're doing great. I want to say thank you for always being my regular companion every Friday afternoon. Remember that I told you that this month is the month of love stories, and we're doing this purposely because I've seen a lot of comments when people have said this marriage thing, wahala, that people are saying that marriage is overrated, all those kind of things like can marriages survive these days and all. And I just want to say, for all the broken marriages that you have heard, for all the broken marriages that you have heard about, there are also very successful marriages out there, so we don't celebrate the successful marriages enough. There are loads of successful marriages out there, people who have genuine love for their spouses and they are doing well in this marriage journey. So all hope is not lost. So when you hear stories of, oh, this one happened, my husband did this, my husband tried to kill me, for all those stories, there are also stories of love, stories of loyalty. Stories are meant to let you know that true love still exists. Oh yeah, true love still exists. So today I have another story from a couple, Femi and Ifeoma, and I'll just delve into the story. My name is Ifeoma, and I first met my husband in a rally market in Lansing. My mother sells soup ingredients, ugu, dry fish, bitter leaf, and things like that in the market. While waiting for my admission into the university, I would go to the market and help her. My late father's former employers indicated their interest to send me to school, and I eventually ended up in a private university. When I met Femi, my husband, it was on holiday at his cousin's house, and they came to the market together. While they were at our stall, the young daughter of the woman at the next stall mistakenly poured pepper water on them. Wow. Femi's cousin turned to the young girl and started shouting. I quickly jumped in and apologized to them. I got them clean water and helped them to clean up. Femi tried appealing to his cousin to leave the girl because she was obviously young. The cousin was still filming with hunger as they bought ugu and other things. I miscalculated the change I was to give them. They had moved away when I realized that there was a shortfall in the change I was supposed to give. So I went after them, caught up with them, and apologized about the shortfall. Femi's cousin, Naughty, didn't find it funny. He kept lamenting about his day being ruined by illiterate market people. I didn't know what prompted me to talk, but I responded and told him that people selling things in the market doesn't mean that they are illiterate. I told him accidents happened and I apologized again. This time around, I saw a smile dancing around Femi's mouth. He asked for my name and I told him my name is Ifeoma. Femi said, "Oh, it's a pleasure meeting you, Ifeoma. My name is Femi." At this point, Naughty, his cousin, was enraged. He gave me a really bad look. I got the message and I bid them goodbye. 5 years later, I met Femi again at my place of primary assignment. I didn't recognize him, but the way he called my name sounded familiar. It reminded me of the market scene 5 years ago. He thanked me again for helping them get clean water. He said he regretted that we didn't talk much that day, that he left for his house the next day, and then he traveled after. He told me that he told his cousin Naughty to check on me and get my contact, but Naughty told him to forget about me, that I was pregnant the last time he saw me. I cackled. I told him I was never pregnant, that I figured Naughty didn't think highly of me. He says Naughty is one of my besties now. Shout out Naughty. To cut the long story short, Femi was my boss. His parents owned the business and they requested for coppers, so I didn't have more choice than to stay there. They were paying 25,000 naira extra apart from our alawi, which was a lot of money then. I started working there. At that time, Femi had this girlfriend who from the first day made us female coppers know that they were engaged. We were 3 female coppers. None of the girls liked her, but I wasn't disturbed about it. I was more concerned about the job than any man. I noticed Femi tried getting close to me, but I made sure that I was as far away as possible from him. Because of Miss Fiancé, they were of the same social strata. Their parents were business partners. All I wanted was spend my 1 year, get good recommendation, and leave. Femi always wanted to hear my ideas about things. He actually executed some of the ideas that I gave. He invited me to lunch a couple of times, but I used work as an excuse. One day, he told me our team that would be working on a particular Saturday. Then he called the others not to come. Of course, when I arrived, he was the only one there. He said that the meeting was going to happen in a nearby restaurant. He offered me a ride in his car. I told him that I would rather wait for the others. He said that the earlier we started the meeting, the better, that the others would meet up with us. I followed, still not suspecting anything. When we arrived, he insisted that I ordered something. Again, I offered to wait for the others to come. He said he would feel odd eating while I was just looking. I sent a message to two of my colleagues to find out what was delaying them. They told me Femi cancelled the meeting. That's when I started to smell a fish. I told Femi my discoveries, like, you told other people not to come. Why am I here? And then he went quiet for a while and he said, Ify, I lied. I wanted to get you to hang out with me, but you were always busy. I laughed and I told him that he was using boss privileges, and if it was in countries abroad, I would have charged him for sexual harassment. He apologized and recounted our first encounter. He said it was there he knew he would love to see me again, that he never stopped thinking about me, and that when I suddenly turned up at their office, he knew that it wasn't a coincidence. He said he had tried to pull away from me in the last 6 months I had worked there, but that he always felt a magnetic pull towards me. Magnetic pull. Oh, shit, man. I said, and I quote, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife. You embody all I want in a wife, and I'm being sincere here. Oh, got you. Hey. I found everything he said amusing. I told him to remember his fiancée. He said that they were just friends and that though their parents would love to see them come together, there was no connection between them. I told him we're not of the same social class. He laughed and he said, who established the classes? He then said, love knows no class. I told him I would think about it, but my baba didn't give me a breathing space. So he showered me with so much love. Every 1 hour, I got a message or a call telling me he was checking on me. We're in the same office, so he bought me countless gifts I didn't think I needed. He was quick to let everybody know that he had special interest in me. He always offered to pick and drop me at home. Now, office was in Victoria Island. He stayed at Ikoyi, and I stayed at Surulere. Wow. That's like, in the morning, he will come from Ikoyi to Surulere and then go back to Bia. Ha! This love. Hey! He would come into our 2-bedroom apartment. My mother would have cooked and he would eat up everything before he goes back. Every time, he always had a gift for my mother and siblings. I kept reminding him that I hadn't accepted to date him yet. He said it was okay. He was dating me already. I could join when I was ready. One day, his mother called me into her office. Ha! Story is about to change. We couples hardly saw her. And when she summoned me, my heart kept racing like a fast car. She first interrogated me, wanting to know everything about me and my family. Then she said I wasn't a good fit for her son. I told her, Ma, your son has approached me to date me, but I'm also taking my time to see if it's a good fit for me or not. She laughed and called me cheeky. Hey, how many people you gonna tell your madam in the office? You tell your boss that. I told her, Ma, I didn't come here looking for a man. I just want to do my job. Your son says he wants to marry me, but I also know we are not of the same social strata. And truthfully, I don't want any problem. If you can help me find another job, I'll gladly leave, Ma. I am not a gold digger. I am just a young girl who has a dream to succeed in life through diligence and hard work. Wow. She says, She now said, I told her that she should check my performance records, that I was good at my job. All I needed to do was my job because my family depended on it. I asked if I loved her son. I said to her, Ma, Femi is an amazing man. He raised a fine gentleman who looked young class even when I first met him. He's God-fearing, thoughtful, caring. He loves with reckless abandon. It is easy to love Femi, ma. He's fun to be with, but I've also been careful because I suspected that this kind of day would come. She looked at me so hard and I couldn't tell what she was thinking. Then she told me that I could go. I thanked her. She traveled for some weeks and then came back. She summoned me again and she asked why I hadn't given Femi an answer. I didn't know what to say. What answer was she expecting me to give? She brought out a shopping bag and gave it to me. She said, this is what I got for you on my trip. I looked inside. I saw a box of perfume, a Louis Vuitton bag, and scarf. I was stunned and rooted to the ground. Hey! She said, don't you like them? I started to stammer. For once, my big mouth failed me. She called Femi and told him to bring me home for lunch. I don't even know who loves me more, the son or the mother. She told me later that after I spoke with her the first time, her heart melted and she prayed about it. God told her not to mess up with the relationship. I've been married for 10 years now. We are blessed with 4 amazing children, and every day I find a new reason to fall in love with my husband. So true love exists. My Femi is the wonderful man. Wow. Thank you very much, Ifeoma, for sharing the story with us. You and your big mouth. But I guess your big mouth actually saved you in this matter. That was love, you know, that went beyond class, went beyond sentiment and stuff like that. So true love stories really do exist. And so do not give up on love. Do not say, no, there's no true love any longer. No, people are still loving their spouses. There are still loyal men out there. There are men who do not cheat. Yes, there are men who do not cheat. So when you hear things like, oh, all men cheat, that's not true. There are men who do not cheat. There are men who are loyal to their wedding vows, all that. And there are people who are treating their spouses very well. Love still exists. The idea is just to look very well and not be in a hurry. So don't give up. True love still exists. So next time when I come your way again, my name remains Bussola Dolly Davids. Bye.